Good morning everyone. So in our physics we have already begun our chapter number 1. Chapter number 1 is motion, and yesterday I have sent one of the video, and in that some of the topics we have discussed, and it's one information regarding your assignment, your exercise and writing work. So here I am requesting all the students, please submit your exercise. Already I have sent PDF file of chapter number 1, that is chemistry, and some of the students they have sent the PDF file on my number. So again I am requesting those are remain, please complete your work, take the photos, make the PDF file and send me on my personal WhatsApp number. So accordingly you will get the marks and it will be recorded as we have mentioned to you. So here I am once again requesting, please complete your work and send PDF file on my WhatsApp number. So here I am continuing with chapter number 1. Chapter number 1 is motion. Motion is what? Motion is the movement. As yesterday I have mentioned, motion is the movement when object will change its position. So I am here right now. So right now I am at rest. So object will not change its position or direction. So object will not change its position. So we can say that is object at rest. And if object will change its position from here to here, okay, I am coming. So that is called motion. Motion means what? The object will change the position. And rest is what? Object will remain same, stationary. I am using the word stationary. That is called rest. And another two things we discussed, that is scalar and vector quantities. Scalar quantities is what? Here when we talk about the scalar, in the direction is not required, and vector quantity direction is required. Okay, so scalar just I am covering some distance, but in that I will not mention that I am covering this much kilometer in this north direction, south direction, east or west direction. We are not mentioning direction, but in vector quantities we have to mention the direction. The distance is covered in this direction, towards this direction. So here scalar quantity required magnitude, but do not require direction. But vector quantities require direction, magnitude and vice versa. Okay, all things is required. Now next we discuss, that is distance and displacement. Distance is what? The total length we cover, the total path we cover. Suppose I am here and this is my initial point. This is my initial point. So this is initial point, and I am going at this point. So this is my final position, final point. So object will move from initial point to final point, initial position to final position. That is called distance. So here we can say total part covered from initial point to final point. That is called distance. Now displacement is what? Suppose I am covering this much distance. Okay. Now another thing is what? I want to cover distance from here to here. Here to here. So here this is 5, this is 5. So total 10 kilometers will be there. That is my total distance. Now displacement is what? Shortest path. So here I can say that, right, if I will go from here to here, it will take 10 kilometers. If I will go from this point to this point, direct route, shortcut route, so it is the shortest path, so that will give me 5 kilometers. Understood? So here shortest path we call as a displacement. Okay, or we can mention it is displacement. This is a sign of displacement. Sign of displacement. And distance we can write S. This is a sign arrow sign. This is displacement and this is distance. That all things we will study. Now another thing, distance and displacement. Distance is scalar quantity, displacement is vector quantity. Okay, so here direction is required, here direction is not required. Next, another topic we are discussing right now. You come on page number 17, and before starting this uniform and non-uniform motion, I have given some homework in previous video. So most of the students, I am very much happy to see their work. They are very curious in their work. They have sent images of this chapter. I have mentioned that you will complete this motion and raise definition, scalar and vector quantities and differentiation, then difference between distance and displacement, and some of the examples, even some of the questions I have given from NCERT also. And most of the students, I have received 7 or 8 files, PDF files from your standard, and that will be recorded also. That we have recorded, and marks will be given to you. Marks will be given. So here the uniform and non-uniform motion, everything we are discussing. So here next topic we are discussing, that is uniform and non-uniform motion. Uniform, we can say that object will move in a straight line without changing the path. Understood? If object is moving from one place to another place, but it will be in straight line. So displacement is in that way. So when the object, when the body covers equal displacement in equal intervals of time, the time of the motion of the body is said to be uniform motion. Means the displacement will be in a straight line. So here we can see that when the object, when the body covers equal displacement or distance in equal interval of time. In equal interval of time, it means suppose I am covering 0 second to 5 second, 10 second, 15 second. Okay, so it is a regular interval of time. It's 5 seconds interval there. Then in 0 I am at 0 kilometer. Then I will go with the 20 kilometer. Then I will go with the 40 kilometer. Then I will go with the 60 kilometer. Then I will go with the 80 kilometer. Okay, so it means, so regular interval of time there, regular interval of distance also there. So here also 20 kilometers difference there, everywhere 20, and here 5. So it mentioned that when a body covers equal distance or displacement in equal interval of time, that is called uniform motion. That is called uniform motion. And uniform motion, the graph we will get when we draw a graph. When we draw a graph, it will give us straight line. It will give us, this is a speed, this is a time. Suppose time will be 5 and 15, 20, 25. And here it will be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, this is in kilometers distance, and this is time in t seconds. So first I will come with 5. So that 5 at the 5 seconds, my speed of the car is 10 kilometer. 10 seconds, speed of the car is 20, then 30, 40, and 50. Okay, so it will give us straight line. If we join, here some error would be there, but here it will give us straight line. When the graph will give us straight line, the uniform motion graph will give us straight line. So that we consider as equal interval of distance and time. So first you can see that is uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion, what is that? If time is equal, but here speed will be varied. So what we can, the body is moving with the unequal distance with equal interval of time. So you can see the definition also. When the body covers unequal distance in equal interval of time, then the motion of the body is said to be non-uniform. So here time is equal, but here sometimes 5 there, sometimes 50 there, sometimes it is 40 there, sometimes it will be 50. So here distance is not equal. So therefore the graph we will get, it will be like this. It's curved. It will be curved graph, or any way you can get. So it will be curved also like this. Okay, any form of graph we will get. So non-uniform motion curved graph we will get. Uniform motion we will get the straight line graph. So that is the main thing about this uniform and non-uniform motion. So here in exam I may ask, define uniform and non-uniform motion and what type of graph it will show. Okay, so that can be asked in exam. Now another topic we are discussing, that is speed and velocity, important topics. And then I want to go for PPT presentation. In the PPT presentation all things are in detail. Okay, so that also will continue with the PPT after this video. So here first speed. The speed is what? Speed is what? Speed. So next topic we are discussing, that is speed and velocity. Speed is what? It's a distance per time. And velocity is what? Displacement per time, per unit time. So here we get the speed, we can define the distance covered by the body per unit time. The distance covered by the body per unit time. This is for the distance. And T for the time. Okay. So speed is what? The speed is defined. The distance covered by the body per unit time. So distance covered by the body per unit time, that is called speed. Now here velocity. The displacement covered by the body per unit time. Simple. Opposite. Totally opposite. Totally opposite. If you see on page number 21. So velocity is defined as the displacement of the body per unit time. Per unit time it is mentioned. Okay. So here distance will come in the speed, and velocity there will be displacement. Remember this thing. So in the speed, the distance will come. In the velocity, displacement will come. Now you can correlate this. How here? Why here distance? Why not displacement? Why here displacement only? Why not distance? The question arises because as we know that speed is scalar quantity. It is a scalar quantity. So how much distance it covered? Suppose we are on the bike and I want to travel 20 kilometers from my home to the school. So I will make the speed with the help of speedometer. It is mentioned the speed of the vehicle is this much. So here they will mention that is a 60 kilometers per hour. Speed, 60 kilometers per hour. Speed of my vehicle. And velocity in that displacement, starting from and ending. So start at home and come to the school, again going back to the home. So this is my home, this is my school. So going from home to the school and from school to the home. So displacement here. So here direction is required. In displacement direction is required. In distance direction is not required. That's why we can mention the speed. But here uneven speed will be there. Displacement. It starts initial and final. So it will be remain same. That's why we will mention that. So here v is the speed. Generally the initial we are using, that is v for the speed, and here arrow v, upside arrow there. Okay, so that is velocity. So speed v and velocity arrow v. Got it? So this is identification. So v and this is speed and this is velocity. This is speed and this is velocity. S upon t, here S by t. Generally we speak same only, but here only difference. Here displacement, here distance. Okay? Now this is another thing. Scalar. Speed is scalar quantity, and its SI unit is, it is a SI unit, meter per second. Now distance will be there in meter, or we can mention kilometer per hour also. Generally we are writing SI unit, that is meter per second for the speed, meter per second for the speed. So meter per second, or you can write like this also. Okay, no problem. And for this, if I will write this, for the speed 60 kilometer per hour, means my car, my vehicle is traveling the distance of 60 kilometer in 1 hour. Got it? So that is called speed, and this is distance, this is time. Now velocity. Here the same SI unit. SI unit is meter per second, centimeter per second also, even kilometer per hour. Okay, all speed and velocity SI units are same. Here also centimeter per second, centimeter per second, meter per second, centimeter per second, kilometer per hour. So all the units of speed and velocity same. So this is about the speed and velocity. Now one thing more I want to tell you. So here when you come on the page number 19, so in that I want to give you examples. I want to give you. Only 2 examples we will write from the speed. Page number 19. Can convert the speed of 108 kilometer per hour in meter per second unit. So here first example we will write. Only first example we have to write. First example only. Second we are not writing. First example. So it can be asked in 2 marks. So convert the speed of 108 kilometer per hour in meter per second unit. So here we can see the speed is 108 kilometer per hour. So 108 kilometer per hour. So 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes and 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So therefore 1 hour is equal to 3600 seconds. So here we can write easily 108 into 1000 divided by 3600. So you will get 30 meter per second. So that you have to write for the speed. Second we are not writing. Now types of speed. If you see on page number 20, types of speed. Uniform speed or constant speed. Uniform speed means when a body covers equal distance in equal interval of time. No matter how small the time interval may be, then its speed is said to be uniform or constant. Means it must be, it starts with 2 seconds also, even 3, 4, 5, or it may be 5 minutes, it may be hour. So it doesn't matter that. So here we can say the body covers equal distance and in equal interval of time. That is uniform speed or constant speed. Next, non-uniform speed or variable speed. So non-uniform speed is what? When the body covers unequal distance in equal interval of time, or equal distance in unequal interval of time. Both way we can do like this. Then the speed of the body is said to be non-uniform or variable speed. And average speed we can define, that is the total distance covered upon time taken. So here we can write average speed, that is total distance upon total time. Total distance covered upon total time. Okay. So here average speed we can mention like this. So here V average. We can write this V average. So here we can write example number 1, page number 21. Page number 21. A car travels first 30 km in 1 hour and next 40 km in 2 hours. Calculate the average speed of car. So here this one example number 1 we have to write. Example number 1, page number 21. So average speed is total distance over total time. So we can write like this: S1 plus S2 upon total time, whatever time will be given. So like this. Or in short, you can write T also. S1 plus S2 means initial and the final. Time 1, time 2 means total time. You can write in T also. Okay, so there is no problem. So here S1 plus S2 divided by T1 plus T2, the time which is given in the sum, that we can keep, and answer will come 23.33 km per hour. So that question you have to write. Question number 2 we are not writing. So first only we will write. First only first. Now in the velocity in the types of velocity. Before that, you just write down example number 1, page number 22. Page number 22. The velocity of a car is 18 meter per second. What is the velocity of car in kilometer per hour? Okay. So here first only. Second we are not writing. Only first. So here velocity V 18 kilometer per second given, and we have to convert into kilometer per hour. So it is 18 into 18 divided by 5. It is a conversion, so it is 64.8 kilometer per hour. So these examples we have to write, and remaining things we will discuss in the NCERT when I will give you PDF file. So types of the velocity, here same thing: uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity. Here also same thing: uniform and non-uniform. But what will come here? Uniform, that is average velocity. If you want to write average velocity equation, that we can write, that is initial average velocity we can write average velocity is equal to initial displacement plus final displacement divided by 2. Okay, this is the equation of average velocity. Initial displacement or velocity. Here we can write velocity. Generally we can write velocity only. So initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. That is the average velocity we will get. Average velocity. Okay. Or generally the total displacement also we can write. Total displacement, the same thing. Displacement also will come initial and final point. Final velocity. So but here total displacement cover upon time. Okay. So here Same thing we can mention in equation form u plus v divided by 2, that is velocity. Average velocity we can write down, that is AVG, average velocity. So average velocity is u plus v divided by 2. Divided by 2. So same thing, example we can take example number 1. Okay. So here first example. So what is your work today? Today your work is page number 19, 21, 22 and 23. First example you have to write. Only first example. Okay, example number 1 on page number 19, page number 21, page number 22 and page number 23. First example we have to write. So this is your work, one assignment for you, some work for you, so you can complete in your notebook. So first example, the page number which I have mentioned, page number 19, 21, 22 and 23. So first example we have to write, because it's related to speed and it's related to the velocity. So first example on page number 19 for this speed, 21 for average speed, 22 for velocity and 23 for average velocity. So these are the numeric examples or numericals you can write in the notebook. So remaining topic we will discuss in our coming video, and right now I am going to present PPT presentation for you, so that also you can understand, and some important things also we will discuss in that. So please continue. So here we'll continue this PPT presentation. So chapter 1, motion, and introduction part already I have given to you. What is motion, what is rest, what is the scalar quantity, what is the vector quantity, then distance and displacement, all things we have revised. So these are the topics we have to discuss in this chapter, that all things we have discussed. And the concept of point object. So it is in mechanics, this is a particle, is a geometrical mass point or a material body of negligible dimensions. It is only a mathematical idealization. Okay, just how we need to understand the concept of a point object. So at the center everything is controlled, it means that. So here motion, rest and motion, relative terms, all things we discuss. So here you can see an object is said to be in motion if it is changed its position with respect to its surroundings and with time. And examples we can take: moving car, buses, trains, cricket ball, etc. All the planets revolving around the sun, molecules of a gas in the motion above 0 Kelvin, and the rest is what? It does not change its position. So every time I am repeating these two words, motion means it change the position, and rest it does not change the position. So here examples we can take as mountains, buildings. The rest and motion are relative terms. So an object which is at rest can also be in the motion simultaneously. So when we'll take example, the passengers sitting in a moving train are at the rest and each other, but they are also in the motion at the same time. The object like trees and buildings. So here also you can see the motion and rest are relative terms. So car is moving, stationary man. So we can see this, and car is moving with respect to stationary man. So motion and rest both are relative terms. So here we can say that both the cars are at the rest, at the stationary man. So when car is moving, so man is stationary, and when man is moving, the car is at the stationary point. So reference point or origin. So we can understand by taking example reference point or origin. While describing motion, we use reference point or origin with respect to with the motion of other bodies are observed. In the previous example, you can see that a man at rest is used as a reference point or origin. So means the man is at the standing position, and car is moving. And another part you can see that the man is moving, car is at the stationary point. So reference point where the motion will start. Motion in a straight line. So it's obvious that the motion of a body may take place in one dimension, but it's always uniform or in a straight line. So can be represented graphically by plotting a graph between the position of the body and the time taken. So this is called the position time graph. Recently in this video we have discussed, so that I am not taking more time, and origin, unit and sense of passage of time. So here also origin may be starting point and ending point, which is our final point. So initial point and final point. So it starts with timing 0 initial, and ending, that is particular timing, particular distance. So here when some point is chosen as origins for the position and time, so here 0 timing should be there and time is 11 hours. And what is the speed? That is 30 kilometers, 40 kilometers. So origin of position and time. Next is origin for time, origin for position. So this is just a concept of motion. Now here these two things already we discussed. Distance traveled by a body is the actual length of the path covered by its irrespective of the direction in which the body travels. So here distance traveled by the body is the actual length. So total length covered by the body in given time, that is a distance. So that all things we discuss, and here some slides for you to understand. Displacement is the shortest path, so which can reach in this initial position to final position in a short line or a straight line. So that is a displacement. So here some of the examples also given. So conclusion about the displacement. These slides I have combined, and this PPT I have made from the different textbooks. Okay, so it's easy to understand. Then the difference between distance and displacement. Distance is a scalar quantity, displacement is a vector quantity. Distance traveled by moving car cannot be 0, but displacement can be 0. Scalar and vector quantities, all things we discuss. So here scalar is what? Some examples you can take for the scalar quantities. So scalar quantities: length, mass, time, speed, energy, all are scalar quantities. Vector quantities, we have displacement, velocity, acceleration, momentum, force, etc. They are vector quantities. So physical quantities, here also one of the word is given. Physical quantity is a quantity which can be measured or expressed in a magnitude value with or without unit. Unit is not required. So this is about the distance and displacement. Speed, today what we have discussed, that all things we are trying to understand by the PPT presentation. So here speed is defined as the time rate of change of distance of a time. So simply you can remember like this also, which is given in the textbook, page number 19. The speed is defined as the distance traveled by a body in unit time or per unit time. So speed is distance, you can see here the speed is distance travel upon time taken. And next if you see the body travels a distance in given time, and then the speed is v is equal to s by t. And here some notes for the speed. Speed is a scalar quantity. Speed is neither positive or zero but never negative. So here we can say speed is either positive. So the speed is always positive, or sometimes it is zero also, but never negative. And measurement of speed, that is speedometer we are using in our vehicle, it is available. Here the speed is measured in centimeter per second, meter per second and kilometer per second. So these are the SI units of measurement of speed. So here uniform speed is what? A body has a uniform speed if it's travel equal distance in equal interval of time, no matter how small this time interval may be. So uniform motion, a body has a uniform motion if it's travel equal distance in equal interval of time, no matter how small this time interval may be. So uniform means what? It's a equal interval, and equal interval regarding in behalf of distance and time. So both things are equal. So uniform means what? Distance and displacement, sorry, not displacement, time, both are equal. Now variable speed or non-uniform. A body is said to be moving with variable speed if it covers unequal distance in equal interval of time. And however, so therefore we can say this, the interval may be variable speed. So non-uniform motion, a body has a non-uniform motion if it's travel unequal distance in equal interval of time. So here two things about the speed: uniform speed and non-uniform speed or variable speed. So these are some concepts. Average speed now, this is very much interesting. Average speed, it can be asked, what is the difference between speed and average speed? So average speed of a body is the ratio of total distance traveled to the total time taken to cover that distance. So total distance travel upon total distance travel per unit time. Okay, so that also we can write average speed v is equal to av s upon t. So s1 plus s2 upon t, t1 plus t2, that also we can mention. So this example we don't have to write, this is for the understanding purpose. Another thing, that is instantaneous speed. When a body is moving with variable speed, the speed of the body at any instant is called instantaneous speed. So variable speed will be there. Okay, variable speed will be there, that is instantaneous speed. Then velocity. Velocity is defined as the time rate of change of displacement of a body, or velocity is defined as the distance traveled by a body in unit time is known as velocity. So velocity is distance traveled, or we can write in short, that is if you see here, that is a displacement word. In speed it is a distance, in velocity it is displacement. So displacement per time, so that we call as velocity. So here the line we can if you have seen the video, in that you can understand v line. So line that ray there, so v is equal to s by t. So here if you understand the distance and displacement by using speed and velocity, so velocity we are using displacement, and distance we are using for speed. So velocity is a vector quantity. Direction of velocity is the same as the direction of displacement of the body, and velocity can either positive, zero or negative. So here all the things possible. In speed it may be positive or zero, but never negative. But in velocity it either positive, zero or negative. and velocity can be changed into body. First, by changing the speed of the body, and second, by keeping the speed constant by changing the direction. So these are the things for the understanding velocity. So first, what you will understand, velocity, it is a distance per time. Velocity is a displacement per time, and speed is distance per time. Speed is scalar quantity, and velocity is vector quantity. Okay, so these are the things we need to understand. Now here, if you go for the next slide, so these are the units we will discuss. Velocity is measured the same units like centimeter per second, meter per second, then kilometer per hour. So these are the SI units of velocity. So as I mentioned in that first part of the video, in that you can see SI unit of speed and velocity, meter per second, centimeter per second, and kilometer per hour. So all the units we can accept, but standard unit of speed and velocity is meter per second. Okay, remember this. So CGS unit is centimeter per second, and a big unit, that is kilometer per hour. Now uniform velocity, variable velocity, and average velocity, all things we'll try to understand. So in uniform velocity, a body is said to be uniform in uniform velocity if it's travel in a specified direction in a straight line and moves over equal distance in equal interval of time, no matter how small this time interval may be. So uniform velocity is what? It depends on time interval, but time interval may be big or small, that doesn't matter. So thing is what? It will give a straight line, and in that equal distance and equal interval of time. So variable velocity, that is a non-uniform velocity we can say. So unequal will be there. So moving with the variable velocity, that is non-uniform or variable velocity. And next, if you see, average velocity. So average velocity on board work, you have seen that initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. It means u plus v divided by 2. Or we can define like this: when the body moves with variable velocity, the average velocity of the body is the ratio of total displacement. It means initial velocity and final velocity covered by the total time taken. So here we can remember the average velocity u plus v divided by 2. And the instantaneous velocity, it is when a body is moving with the variable velocity, the velocity of the body at any instant is called instantaneous velocity. And the difference between speed and velocity, all students hereby requesting, please write down this difference between speed and velocity, page number 24. So as I mentioned in the video also, page number 19, 21, 22, 23, example 111 you have to write, and page number 24, the difference between speed and velocity is given. Okay, even you can write from this slide also, you can write from the textbook also, all things allowed. So here, according to your textbook, first point is what? Speed is a scalar quantity, velocity is a vector quantity. And second point, the speed is defined as the rate of change of distance, or the speed is the rate of change of distance of a body, and velocity is, it's for the displacement. So remember that speed, it is the distance per time, and velocity is the displacement per time. Remember like this. And speed tell nothing about the direction, so no direction required in speed. In velocity, direction is required. The speed never be negative, but velocity can be negative. And last, you can see the average speed of a moving body can never be zero. So here it is not possible to have variable speed for constant velocity. Okay, that also you can include. And the speed of the body can be positive or zero, so that you can understand. So this is about the difference between speed and velocity. So please write down this difference between speed and velocity. You can take your textbook, page number 24, and you can write it down. So see you in the coming video. So please refer everything on board what I have explained. The same thing I explained in the PPT presentation. So if any doubt would be there, that will be clarified. So thank you. Have a nice day. Please continue seeing this video, and please subscribe this channel. Whenever the video will be uploaded, it will come to you. Thank you. Have a nice day.